All right, cool. Well, whenever you are ready, go ahead. I don't know if you want to go into presentation mode. Did you make a presentation or are you just going to be talking?
No, I'm a talker.
That's totally fine. You're good.
I'm totally not an organized person at all. So my name is Samantha Forrest. I don't know how I'm in business for myself because I can't ever keep my shit together. I would like to apologize for my potty mouth, but I don't ever apologize for myself anymore. So sorry about you. I'm just kidding. But chances are I get a little bit passionate about things and then they just fly out of my mouth and I have no control over it. So, and actually, I think I have, oh yeah, see, I got my famous shirt on today.
Oh my God, I saw your post with that today.
It's my favorite. So my name is Samantha Forrest. I'm a diamond coach. I've been a diamond coach for quite a while. I feel like I've been the world's longest diamond coach ever. But it's all good and building that volume up. So I am also a wife and a mom of 3. Using Beachbody programs, I'm down 70 pounds and counting. We're still going with that. So yeah, I love what we do as a company and I love what we stand for as a company. So I also, though, am very big on promoting yourself and not only Beachbody. So one of the things that I came across last year towards the end of the year, I was starting to struggle a lot business-wise, but it was mostly because I was dealing with a lot of stuff in my personal life. I'd kind of like fallen off of the healthy eating wagon. I was still doing my exercises, trying to out-exercise that bad diet. And I just got to this like really weird place. And in October, I kind of had like a nervous breakdown, I'm not going to lie. And one of the things that I told myself towards the end of last year and into the beginning of 2017 was that I was going to put myself in front of anybody that was going to help me grow as a person and as a coach. And that was extremely important to me because it kind of, me putting that out into the universe, put me in front of a few people that have really kind of set the tone then for me for this year. And everything is just different. I no longer chase sales like I used to. They come to me. I've hit Success Club 10 plus in the last over every month for the last 4 months without doing a 0 invite or conversation behind the scenes. And I feel like that was extremely important to me because last year at the end of the year, I felt like all I was doing was chasing sales. I'm not a salesperson. That's not something that I ever wanted to get into. I have sleazy salesmen in my family. It's not me. So when I came across this like marketing guy that I had been working with for a very brief period of time before, and then I kind of quit his service, and then somebody told me like, oh, you should rejoin up. What he did back for me in February and March was that he taught me how to put myself out there and how content was more important than, content and adding value to your audience is more important than you cold messaging people. And so what I did with him for a whole month was every single day I went live. Every single day. It was tedious, it was daunting, and it was nerve-wracking. But it kind of like pushed me out of that comfort bubble that I had. And it really made me think about things that maybe my audience would want to see. And it put me in the forefront instead of the, oh God, I don't even have anything Shakeology down here. Okay. So like that doesn't sell anymore. That worked like 4 years ago, but nobody wants to see anymore. Like they just don't. They don't want to see your day 6 of 30 workout. They want to hear your story behind all of that. They want to hear about your messy, crazy, fucked up life. And they want to hear about all the things that you've struggled with. They want to hear about why you're doing it. Like, why do you get up every morning at 5 o'clock and work out? Nobody wants to do that. But why are you doing it? Why do you force yourself to get out of bed to do the workouts? Why do you drink Shakeology every day? They want to know that your deep down, darkest secrets. They also want to know that you are a real human being and not this robot person who eats clean all day and exercises, because that's not really what we are, right? I mean, we all have our little fun and we live by the, I don't know, whatever percentage your rule is. Everybody's a little different with that. But people just want to know that you are a real person. What's happening nowadays is that you have a million network marketing companies out there. I don't know about you, but my newsfeed is flooded with not just Beachbody coaches, but it works reps, unique people, LuLaRoe. I could probably name 15 other ones that are constantly in my newsfeed. And people are getting sick and tired of seeing these salesy, spammy posts. So I feel like us as Beachbody coaches, because of the business that we're in with Beachbody, how we promote a healthier lifestyle and not just a product. It's all about the fitness and nutrition and how it all encompasses each other and how we support our people as coaches. I feel like we have more of a story behind it. And a lot of us have overcome a lot of things to get where we are now, or you're really working on your journey throughout this and you change as a person. Like who I am right now is not who I was 3.5 years ago when I started all of this, like not even remotely close. Back then I was 206 pounds, extremely depressed. I don't even know like how I got through the day. And honestly, most days I didn't. I slept a lot. Like I was in a very bad bubble of self-loathing and I used to binge eat a lot. So I don't do that stuff anymore. Binge eating every once in a while because whatever, it is what it is. And I'm very open about that on my social media because people need to see that, no, I'm not perfect. And that's why so many people this year, because I really opened up about that this year, so many more people have come to me like, well, what do you do? Like, how do you do this? What did you do to overcome this? And that's my intro to these color-coded containers saved my life. It's the only thing that keeps me on track. Like Shakeology helps kill those sugary cravings that I have. And with my containers, I can make those foods because I'm a master of like recreating bad food and to fit into your containers, like loaded fries on it. That's amazing. So like it's such a segue into like what we do as coaches and how we're overcoming the things that we're overcoming. So instead of posting your crazy like selfie shake-o selfies and all of that, like really dig into you, who you are as a person, what you're overcoming. And I know that Catherine had told me you guys have talked about sharing your story before, correct? So this will be kind of like you're breadcrumbing these things out there, like you're putting more and more and more of you and your soul out there. I will premise though, like don't put it all out there at once because you don't want to sound like a crazy person. Because I've seen people do that and I'm like, oh dear God, no. Like you got to hold some of that back for another time. But it's really all about being you and authentically you. You're the only person out there. You can be flooded in a sea because I'm sure you probably see them. You're probably friends with a lot of different coaches, right? I mean, that's what we do and we make new friends and we like to see the positivity in our life. But I'm sure you see all of the crazy Shake-o selfies and you see all of the workout videos and there's no story behind it. It's just, this is what I'm doing. And nobody gives a shit that today is day 5 of day 30 for you because you're just making them feel bad for not getting up in the morning. But if you talk about the story behind why you got up this morning, because there was a time when you couldn't get up out of bed because you are so sad every single morning to even wake up, like that's so much more empowering and so much more powerful to a woman. You guys are all women on this call, and a lot of women and moms really deal with depression. And it's something that's really important. Don't make up stories that are not true though. Like be really you. Don't make up stuff. Also seen people do that. Or they'll like copy someone else's post verbatim. Like I actually saw a woman once copy somebody else's because I know she doesn't have kids and she was talking about being a mom in the post. And I was like, oh no. Like no. So, but anyway, really like I know it can be scary to be vulnerable and it can be scary to really talk about our deepest, darkest secrets, but that is what is going to draw people into you because that is being you. Like if you put up a fake facade of, that life is perfect, you're eventually going to lose people because nobody is perfect and they want to know that you struggle with the same things as they do because that's how you're going to connect with people. You really want to create a connection. And I can't tell you how many times I talk about the craziest shit that the people that I get messaging me, like I have really bad hemorrhoid problems after I had my son 15.5 years ago. So still dealing with it to this day, but I will occasionally talk about my asshole problems on social media. And I swear to God, I get 15 people that will message me, oh my God, girl, my ass. I'm like, I cannot believe I'm having these conversations with people. But like, just being that weird person that I am, and I throw everything out there, and it drives my husband crazy that our friends know everything about me. Literally. He's like, will you like stop talking about your asshole, please? That'd be great. But just being vulnerable with that, you know, and making fun of this, that's because I make fun of my asshole problems. Like, my hashtags are ridiculous when I'm talking about my hemorrhoids. It's quite comical. But just being you. And it's not, I know it's really scary, but it's really important that you are you, because you are unique, you are beautiful, and you are a wonderful person that can help so many people's lives by just being you, because you'll connect with people who are like you. And when you do that, this business doesn't seem so, I don't want to say lonely, because we have these teammates that support us, right? But there can be times where, for me, it's definitely felt lonely, but it's because I was working with the wrong people, and I wasn't working with the people who were like me. But now that I've really opened up and shown people who I really am, I'm starting to really connect with people who were me at one time, or who are very much like me now. And it's quite a remarkable experience now, because there was once upon a time, like, I got big goals and I will stop at nothing to get them, and I would just sign anybody up. And I'm being a lot pickier now about who I'm doing that with, because I do want to roll with my tribe. And it's way more easier to do that when you're being authentically you on social media. So, do you have any questions? I feel like I could get all up on my soapbox sometimes.
Oh, shoot. Hi, Larissa.
Oh, you missed all the fun.
That was really good. I know you were talking on point too, that you were working with someone on your website. Is that the same person you were talking about that helped you with your branding as well?
Yes, he's like a website and marketing guy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Did you have a website before, or is that something that he had you start?
He is a website service. So
Okay.
how that works is, it's called Who Knows a Guy Fitness. So it's like whoknowsaguy.fitness is the website. So you go on there, and I can provide you the link if you want to share it with your team at some point. So he does a free 30-day trial where you can like test it out. It's basically like a plug-in website. So like, you just go and you put in all of your own information, and it's just like a template. You can pay them to like make your website customized to you, which mine is like in the process of having those things happen right now. So it'll be my husband has joined me in the business. He's been a coach for a long time, because I signed him up without him knowing about it like years ago. That's what I do. So he's recently really like, he's loves health and fitness. He actually started doing a lot of things on his own 8.5 years ago. So like, I was the late comer to this, although everybody thinks it's opposite, because I'm the one who is so open with everything on social media. But he joined me in business. So we're in this like weird rebranding phase right now, where like, I am Fit Mom Uncensored on my like page. Clearly there's a reason why. And we're moving over to something where it's more like couple oriented. And so we'll both be doing this stuff. So our website is like in a rebranding phase. So it looks terrible right now. You can go look at it, but it looks terrible. But you can check it out at fitmomuncensored.com. And it's just a plug-in thing. Like, you put out all of your own information, and again, you can pay them extra to like customize it. So you put your own picture, like you can do all of your own pictures and everything in the template form as well. But like, when they do it, it's like, they know technology, so like, they know how to do it. Like, I suck at technology, and it takes me 4 hours to figure out how to put my name on the paper. So, but it's a great thing. And when you sign up for his service, he puts you in his community, which is like how we have our challenge groups, right? Except he has it where it's just like this big open thing. It's super interactive, but he's very much focused on you, Inc. And so is everybody in that group. And so when he did a group back in, I think it was March when he started it. And it was just, he called it a kick-ass accountability group. And all it was trying to get people to use their websites, because people have them, but then they don't use them. I was one of them. I've had this service for like probably almost a year now. So he was trying to get us to, be more us and then also utilize our websites. And he was trying to teach us how, like, if you go live on Facebook, you can post it to YouTube. And when you post it to YouTube, you can create these cards that send you to your website, because that's where you want people. You want to try to get people off of social media and onto your website. And you want to try to get them to opt into your stuff. So whether it's a free group or your we call them on Who Knows AI a VIP group, not a challenge group, because the VIP experience makes it sound like it's like way cooler than a challenge group, especially now because, there are quite a few Beachbody coaches out there. Most people have heard of Beachbody, or they know a coach and they hear about these challenge groups and they're like, yeah, whatever. But like a VIP group sounds way cooler. Like they're getting something extra. And I do offer extra stuff for my people that sign up for my groups, but it's like I create it once and then I just constantly give it out. You know what I mean? So, but that was it. And he was teaching us like how to better utilize social media and send people kind of all over the place, but then direct them to our website. So, but that's what pushed me out of my comfort zone back in March to really like go all in. My husband and I went live every single day in that group. And from that group, I have not messaged a single person about a challenge pack sale since. It's just constantly like flowing in because we're keeping up with going live and doing blogs and like that stuff. So they see that we have value to add to them, which is important. And again, it's not the pictures. It's the real and raw. Like I was having a rough day, which is why I wore this shirt to cheer myself up. And I posted it on social media today. Like, the universe has been testing me so fucking hard today. It's ridiculous. I'm like, I don't even drink and I could go for a drink. So that's how bad it is. It's all good though. This made me happier. But yes, to answer your question, he is the same guy.
Okay.
Long tangent.
Thank you.
Yeah,
we actually have a decent amount of the girls on the call, actually, not everyone, are pretty new. Well, it's like half and half. So like, I know that can be one of the things that people struggle with, like right out the gate, is what to post on social media is like, because it's difficult. I know I wasn't very much of a social media poster when I first started on too. So like, what do you do on the days when you feel like you are running out of ideas? Do you know what I mean? Because like being a stay-at-home mom, sometimes I'm like, well, I changed my kid's poopy diaper 47 times today. Like, what else did I do? That's all I did. Do you know what I mean?
About that? I would talk about shit all day. That gets people talking. Literally, the weirdest things get people talking. I could post the most awesome post and be like, oh my God, that totally rocked, and get like, my likes are a little bit higher now with even just like dumb posts, but like then I'll talk about, again, my asshole problems, and all of a sudden I have like 3,000 comments. I'm like, really, people? Like, come on. That other post was totally awesome and you totally missed the mark. But if you're doing personal development every day, you should never run out of ideas on what you can post about. So be the light for people, because there's so much darkness out there now. Like not every day has to be rainbows and roses. Trust me, like not every day is awesome. But if you're doing your personal development, you will always have an idea. Like when you're listening, and every time you could listen to the same thing 1,000 times, and every single time you listen to it, you'll hear something different from it. I listen to faithfully, like every single morning. We get up, we work out, and right after our workout, we put personal development on while our kids and my husband are getting ready for work and school. And it serves as two purposes: to drive our kids crazy because they hate listening to it, but also it kind of puts it in there subliminally. Now, I have older kids, so like we like to drive them crazy on purpose. It's fun for us, but it really does, like, they listen to it even though they don't think that they're listening to it. And it really does set the tone for the day for all of us in the house. But I can tell you, we probably listen to 3 of them consistently all of the time because they're just so good. I hear something different from it every single time, and it always inspires me. Whether it's to, go do some, instead of going to sit on the couch to do something, like go talk to somebody on social media, or, you'll always have something to post about if you're consistently doing personal development. And if you're not, like, you don't have to be crazy, and just You know, like not everybody lives these crazy, outrageous lives. I swear to God, I'm inside of my house more than I am anywhere else. And I always I have dogs. Like, I swear you probably see more dog pictures than you will of my own children, but my dogs are home with me all day and they're not. So I post about my dogs, and I have a Great Dane who is crazy. So I post about him all the time because he's a fucking idiot. I hate him so much, but I love him too. So I don't know, just like those little silly things that happen. If you have kids or toddlers, like they are gold for posts. And if you really have nothing else to say, post about the 47 shitty diapers you changed that day. I mean, that's your life, right? Right. But here's the thing, somebody's going to relate to that because that's all they did that day too. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. I just wanted to, and piggyback off of that. If you do themes or like themed days about what to post about, I know some coaches do that, but if you have any ideas for like.
I'm really a fly by the seat of my pants kind of a person. I suck at life. I have a planner that it's like more days are not filled in than they are. Like, I really wish I was better at life, but I'm not. So, because I have 3 kids who are 15, 12, and 8, and I have 2 dogs and 2 cats and a husband, like my day can, I don't know, sometimes it gets a little crazy. So, you know, and then some days it doesn't, and then I don't post. Like, I mean, it is what it is, right? If I get busy in the day, I'm not going to freak out that I didn't post at 12 o'clock. Like, shit happens. So I try to be consistent. As far as themes, I don't really, but that's just me. That's who I am. Like, I live a chaotic life, and, you know, sometimes I'll even post 5 minutes within each other because I can't believe that something just happened after something else just happened. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Awesome. And do you have also like time preference or a preference between like page and personal page? It's a question I always wondered.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up because my website and marketing guy says to go where your audience is. If you do not have any interaction on your like page, then stay off of your like page. If all of your interaction is on your personal page, stay on your personal page. You risk getting in trouble with Facebook for staying on your personal page, but I mean, what is the likeliness that they're really going to catch you? We're not like big time, like rolling in the $1 million club here. You know what I mean? Like, for now, I feel like if you're just new, because I know you said you had like half the people that are just starting out. Yeah. So like if you're newer, your audience is going to be on your personal page, you know, and like page, the problem with like pages is their algorithms have changed. And so like if you once did have a good following, like they're probably not seeing your posts anymore. Like you really have to like focus on really building, and they really want you to pay for ads now, which is why it's set up the way that it is. So I don't want to get you in trouble, but I do everything on my personal page. That's just me. And my
Instagram is nice too, because using hashtags is not, you don't have to pay to use hashtags, but you can still find people that way.
Yep, absolutely. And I don't know if you've done Shailene Johnson's Instagram Impact Academy, but I just did that last month and it was amazing.
Was it?
Yeah. I don't really see, my thing is though, is like, I know Facebook, like I got that locked down, and I really need to like break into Instagram, and I'm trying. Technology is not my friend, but I'm trying.
And the thing with Facebook too, I mean, I know you were talking about possibly getting in trouble on your personal page. If you're just being yourself on your personal page, you can't really get in trouble for that.
Exactly.
So
which is another part about being you, Inc. and not Beachbody. Like, don't get me wrong, I bleed blue, Beachbody. Like, I seriously, like, I just had this conversation with somebody else because of other things that are happening. And it's like, I love what we do. I wholeheartedly believe in what we do as coaches and our mission to help other people, and that we offer the complete package. It's not just like, here, take this pill. Actually, I just saw a post that somebody else posted about, take this pill so you can eat ice cream and not feel guilty. And I was like, or you could just eat the ice cream. Like, I mean, I don't get it, but whatever, to each their own. But you're not like, when you're talking about yourself, you're definitely like promoting yourself, and you're not like, buy this product from me, here's a link. Like, as coaches, we don't do that. And I don't think that anybody's really taught to do that anymore. I think that maybe once upon a time that was a thing, but that's not what we do. You know what I mean? Like, I do calls to action on my personal page where I'll have a before and an after picture, and I'll be like, I'm looking for 10 people that want to get started. I don't ever tell them what they're doing. That happens behind the scenes. You know what I mean? So that's just how I run my business. My audience is on my personal page. They've been there forever, and that's where I stay for now.
Perfect.
Yeah, good question.
Good questions.
I love to talk, so I don't get out much. I said that earlier. So this is like my prime time.
I feel you. Target and Starbucks for my outings.
Yeah. Well, my kids are now, 2 of them are done with exams. My last one has their last half day tomorrow. So like shit's going to get real around here real quick. Super fun.
I have another one if you're.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Keep them coming.
Oh, well, part of the last one was what's like the prime time to post?
Oh, yes. That depends on your audience. So what I suggest you do is trial and error, but keep track of it, right? So if I find for me personally, my best times are early morning and late evening. And there's usually like an hour window. And it's like sometimes, it depends on the post though, because I've posted an awesome before and after picture at noon and that will get 300 likes. Like, you know, so it depends on your content as well. And this, like when I do a before and after picture, I don't just post before and after, date, weight, like there is a story there. You know what I mean? Like I have a lot of like deep, dark shit that's happened in our life. And so I am very public about that stuff. And so it all depends on your audience. Just test it out, write down, like keep track of it though, like for real. Don't be me and just like guess. Write it down, like I posted this time, this is how much likes I got. The next time, try it at a different time. You know what I mean? And it's all trial and error with that stuff. It really is. And your audience is so different. If you're a stay-at-home mom and your audience is stay-at-home moms, you'll probably get more interaction during the day because they're bored as hell just sitting there watching their kids. So they're going to be doing one of these, you know, where like for me, we have like older kids. So I don't know, our times are a little bit different. So.
If you have, so my audience on Facebook is a little bit different than my audience on Instagram. So I know my times for Facebook just after trial and error, but if you have an Instagram like page, so you just have to connect it with your Facebook like page, they actually tell you,
yeah,
the times of the day. Sorry, I'm really bad at this game. Like they tell
totally
you the
good.
times of the day on when you have very few followers.
There's also a program for Instagram, which is what I learned from Shailene's training. Hold on.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that. I just use this.
I got a lot of notes, so I hope it doesn't take me forever to find it. What's word? Iconosquare.com.
What
It
was
helps
it?
you look at the data. Iconosquare.com. I can send it to you in a private message.
Okay.
It helps you look at your data, the times of day that you're posting, what gets you unfollowed, and the habits of your followers.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that training, it was worth $100. I actually like got someone else's login, but Mama on a budget. I know all the tips and tricks.
Perfect. Does anyone else
have any other questions? I'm happy.
Anyone else can go before me, I swear.
I like that you're asking.
I'm always like, hey. So as far as trainings go, just what's like the best trainings for improving your business that you've taken so far?
I have really only taken the Instagram one, and honestly, like I don't know Instagram, which is why I wanted to do it, is because I don't get it. Like I get Facebook, you know? So, when I first started as a coach, I didn't have a coach like yours who was willing to do this kind of stuff. My coach was a top 10 coach, and she was not very supportive in my journey. So, she taught me how to build a business for rank and not for income. And I needed the income. And so I've had this like crazy kind of thing happen in my business where it's like, you know, waxing and waning all the time. And so what I did was I would just go to YouTube and I would start following, you know, like watching other bigger coaches YouTube videos that had them out there. And one of the ones, which is weird because he's a man and so it doesn't make sense that I would connect with him, but Scotty Hobbs, like he got me to understand like what our real purpose is with this. And I'm also not religious, so it also doesn't make sense that I would connect with him at all, because he talks about that stuff a lot. But just go follow like a few different coaches. And then if somebody that you connect with, like just start watching their videos, you know, if it's a story of theirs that you connect with or why they were doing what they're doing for their business. Like I go to YouTube and I watch videos, even for my personal development. That's where we go watch or listen to most of our personal development. I'm not a reader. I can't focus. If you can't tell, I have a little ADD. So I just can't sit there and read. So I listen to personal development because I can't sit there and focus. I have to reread a page like 20 times and like maybe I'll get 3 words on the page. So I'm an audible learner, always have been. But yeah, I would do that. And then the other thing was that my website guy, like the stuff that he's taught me this year has just been so eye-opening, you know, because I wasn't really taught a way to do coaching. I was never in a challenge group. My coach just signed me up and was like, cool, like, so
Good luck.
yeah, basically that. And I've kind of like, I kept going to all of these. If you have not gone to events yet, that is huge. Like Super Saturdays, get to Summit. I don't care how you do it. Just get there. Like my mortgage is probably going to bounce because I bought plane tickets, like whatever. Like you just have to do the things to make it to these things because that was another thing at Super Saturday. I kept hearing all of these other coaches in my area because my coach is not from around where I am. I met her online and they kept saying like, oh, these duplicatable processes, these duplicatable. And I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? Like, and I literally went up to one and was like, I don't understand what you mean. Like, can you please explain this to me?
What am I
And
doing?
they did. And she was like, you put a system in place and then your coaches could plug into it. And I was like, that's genius. And so I have a success partner. If you do not have one, get one. And if you ever want somebody to do, my success partner and I are like great together. So if you ever need a success partners call for future teams, like I can get her on anytime. But we teamed up and we made a team together. So like we have a team page and we don't benefit each other in any way, shape or form. Like we have the same coach, kind of. Like she was put underneath my coach's now ex-husband. So like we don't really benefit each other financially in any way, but we both had the same mission and we both wanted to make this work. And we both have a very similar work ethic. She's not married, she has no kids, and I'm the complete opposite. But because of our work ethic, we just get along and we get it. And so we created that stuff for our teams. Like we came up with the training systems that we now have in place and all of these other things that our coach never did for us. You know, we were just left to our own devices. And so I feel like, what am I, 3.5 years in? So like for like 2.5 years, I was kind of like learning what to do myself because you don't know. But it seems like you guys have a good coach. She's over here on my screen. I'm not sure where she is on yours. I'm like, she's right there. But yeah, go to YouTube, just search out people. That's your free training right there. And then they have good stuff in the Coach Online office and they've recently updated a lot of it. So it's not that like spammy stuff. Like I went to the 5-step invitation process to look for the spammy version the one day and I was like, damn it, they changed it to be so good. I was like, I just wanted to send out 100 copy and paste invites. What the hell?
Oh man. Okay. Well, I think we're probably going to get cut off here, but thank you so much. That was really good.
Oh, anytime.
I'm going to post this for anyone that missed it or if you guys want to watch it again, but thank you again. That was great.
No problem. Anybody has any questions, just ask. I'm an open book.